it's one of those happy situations is all it is. So it's a high school boyfriend. She's dating him, for about a year and maybe 2 years. I can't remember. But then they break up. And he broke up with her, and she's devastated. She's like, I love him, and she's been in this cope with up and down depression, things like that. Because it's hard on people, especially when I think it's easier to be the person who's doing the breaking up than it is to be the receiving end of that side. And so she she's in a room, and I'm here going, what do I need to do? My wife's like, I don't know. So I go upstairs and I say, hey, Paris, let's go. And she's like, well, I said, we're going on a walk. So we go on a walk around the neighborhood and we find a park bench and we sit down, and she's crying and she's telling me all these things about all the good things that they had done, all, the great relationship and all, she just, I don't understand what's happening. And so I had a hard conversation with my daughter, and I said, here's the deal. I said, if, I know it's going to be hard to move on. But when it comes to your relationship, if he feels like he's not getting what he needs in the relationship, then why do you want him to be there? Why would you want to force someone to be there? I said, on the second note, if he or you, one or the other, don't see the value of each other, then if one person doesn't see your value, then you don't need them anyway, because you are worth more than anything else. And if they can't see that and understand that, it is time to move on. So I would say that that's probably the conversation that this lady needs to have, because of the the situation that she's in. It's time to move on. Needs to have that straight conversation. I don't know. I would say move on. That's my stance.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, relationships, it's, not to put it into a business perspective, but it's all about investment. And the challenge is, in that kind of investment, you're investing the best part of yourself.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, as you look at that investment, you got to figure out what's going to give you the greatest return on investment. And weigh your options. But again, it takes communication to figure that out.
I agree. I mean, and honestly, when you have a relationship, that is honestly it's a very expensive investment. And that investment can either make or break you. And if you're not both putting in the work, I mean, I don't know. I've had a lot of talks about marriage with people.